Hi, welcome to EDUC 385 History, Culture, and Society. I'm Andy Steck, I'm your instructor. I have been at the University of Laverne for 12 years. I think I'm starting my 13th year, and I'm excited to be your instructor for this course. Social studies was not my favorite course in elementary school or middle school. It was never fun to me. To me, it was a lot of rote learning, a lot of memorizing, and the textbook was boring to me. So I'm excited that I'm able to actually create a course for you that I hope you'll find interesting and a little bit more fun, unless you had a very successful and interesting social studies course along the way, or many of them along the way with your teachers. So I'm hoping that you find that this will be a way that we can integrate other subject areas into social studies. Sometimes it's a, um, a course or a subject that is only 2 days a week, or elementary school teachers can't fit it in as readily. It's not tested, so it doesn't get the priority that reading and math and science get. But I still think it's very important, and we can develop well rounded students by teaching them social studies, world events, geography, all of that, and find resources for them so they know where to go when they do need to know some information. Anyways, I have previously, before I became a professor, was an elementary school principal, an elementary school teacher, and I started 3 charter schools in Buffalo, New York. That's where I'm originally from. So I fly back and forth. I live in Rancho Mirage, just outside of Palm Springs, and I fly back and forth to my schools, and I still consult with them, and I teach them the social emotional learning curriculum, which is a piece of this content in this course that you're going to learn as well. It'll give you at least a taste for it, because I really believe that when we teach our students social emotional learning, we teach that curriculum, our academic curriculum actually thrives, and our students are more successful, and we have less behavior problems. We have a more commitment to our students. They are more connected to us. We build better relationships when we teach social emotional learning. And that's what I do as a consultant in my um, elementary schools that I have started. Now, I want to be mindful of your time, so I'm going to try to move this along and keep it about 20 minutes is what this recording will be, but you can always revisit it if you need to. Each week I will also give you a video, share a video with you about my expectation for the week. I will walk you through the week with some explanation of what you're expected to do, because each week you'll have 3 to 5 activities that you're going to respond to online. Then there will also be some major assignments along the way. And what I do each week also, besides the video, is I give you an announcement that will pop up when you open this course in Blackboard that explains the week. It'll explain what is due this week, what major assignments are coming up, what to prepare for. This course satisfies the service learning requirement that all students at Laverne must complete. Before there, if you didn't have this course, there would be that 1-hour community service project that you were required to take, but you do not need to take that if you take a course that embeds the service learning, and this one does. You'll need to volunteer 20 hours during the semester. It's something you should probably start thinking about right away. Where will you volunteer? I'm asking you not to volunteer in a place you already volunteer unless it is something that you have to do, and we need to discuss that with me, and we can do that. But I'm hoping you'll find a new spot, a new organization, a new place where you can volunteer for the 20 hours. If that is a hardship on you, I might consider a virtual volunteer assignment that you would have, that you would do in volunteering virtually, tutoring online, those kind of things. We could talk about that as well. But anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go along in the course. What I'm going to do in this overview is walk you through what it looks like in Blackboard. I use Ultra Blackboard. I don't know if you've had professors who've used Ultra. Most people, I notice, have used Classic Blackboard, but I find Ultra to be a little bit more organized, a little more simple to use in regards to organization, and I'm hoping you do too. But if you haven't used it before, it will take a little time to practice using it. But I'm going to walk you through the major folders in this course. You are on the main page. This is the main menu here. The first folder you come across are some course resources. I'm going to click on that. Yours might look a little different because I'm in instructor view. You will be in student view, but you should have all of these documents. There's a welcome letter from me if you'd like to read that. This is the video you are viewing now. Now you may have viewed this video from this link here or from the link in the very first learning module, with the first week learning module, because I have also posted it there as well. The course syllabus will run through at the very end of this video. I'll do that quickly so you have a chance to take a look at that. The course schedule is here. This is a weekly schedule that shows the topic, it shows the readings, and it also shows what major assignments are due and when they're due. Shelley is our librarian at the Wilson Library, a wonderful, wonderful librarian who is so resourceful, so full of information, will be glad to help you out. And if you need anything, please contact her through the Wilson Library. This document shows some ULV staff that you need to know. I've tried to update it. It may not be the most updated if you know of a person who has left ULV and it's no longer there, but if you need somebody to help you with accommodations or with counseling or any of those kind of things, you should find that person here in this list. If you're having some tech difficulties, you need some support, you should look at this document here. If you want to know more about our Educational Studies program goals and learning outcomes, that's here. Our Educational Studies handbook is here as well. And if you're dying to know more information about me, by all means, it's here, right here. That is the folder for course resources. I think the most important folder is, of course, the weekly learning modules that you will see each week, a module that you will work on. Again, it'll be 3 to 5 activities that you'll do, and you'll complete that. I will grade those on Monday and Tuesdays. Now, how it looks is that they open, the weekly module open Friday evening at 11:59. You have Saturday, Sunday, a weekend. You have a whole week, and you'll have another weekend to complete. That's 9 days to complete this. It's due that following Sunday at 11:59. Then I will try to grade Monday and Tuesdays. If you need a little extra time, get it in on Monday. I may be able to grade it on Tuesday then for you. Otherwise, I'll have to wait till the following week. But you do have 9. You'll see some overlapping of weeks because on that second weekend, I open the next week on a Friday night. So you'll see some overlapping. Finish the previous week and then start the new week. This folder are the major assignments. I'll run through those when we do the syllabus, but if you take a look at that, I will open that up. You'll see all of the major assignments here that you'll need to complete. We're going to be writing lesson plans, so you're going to need to learn about that. I will be walking you through how to do that, how to write objectives. I feel is most important. To me, objectives show students' mastery level. It shows what we as teachers need to reteach if our students don't achieve the objective at the mastery level. It also is a great way to show parents, to show administrators, if the child is having difficulty, if the child is being successful, and you can tell that through your objectives. So we'll be learning how to write objectives. Again, we talked about the social, emotional, cultural learning curriculum, and you're going to get a little taste of that during this course as well. And I have also included some anti-racism resources here. So that is the major overview of this course and what you'll see in Ultra Blackboard. What I'm going to do is minimize this for a moment. Oh no, I won't. I'm sorry, I don't need to do that. I'm going to take you to the syllabus. This is the syllabus. We're going to run through this very quickly. Again, my office hours are Tuesday, 11 a.m. virtually. It's for about an hour, and then as requested on Wednesdays from 11:30 to 2. Now, some weeks I do have meetings in those office hours, so if I do, I'll try to schedule around my meeting. But you're welcome to come to my office on campus, which is in the Barclay building, or we can just meet virtually, and we don't have to meet at these times. If you work during the day and need to meet me in the evening, I will meet with you in the evening. I have no problem meeting you when you are most available, okay? Please know that. You take a look at our goals of Lefevre College here. Our mission is to champion social equity for youth, adults, families, and communities by equipping and empowering scholarly, highly skilled practitioners, education advocates, and leaders, which is what you will be once you have your degree from the University of Laverne, especially from the Lefebvre College of Education. Our vision is to lead the national conversation on advancing the careers of professionals and scholars who are highly competent advocates for equity and justice. These are the core dispositions and values that you will have embedded in the course. I have a priority here. I'm sure you know what that might be if you take a look at these. I do embed all of them into the course, but of course my favorite is social emotional learning. Again, I think that is the most important core disposition that we can teach our students. But yes, the others are as equally important, and you will hopefully find those within this course as well. The required textbook is called Dynamic Social Studies, the 11th edition. It was published in 2018, so it's like 4 years old. Maybe you'll find some used copies. You're more than welcome to do that. You'll find some online. You're more than welcome to use that. You can rent that. You can get it on loan. Wherever you can find it will be fine with me. The framework for California Public Schools, the History and Social Studies framework, is found online. It's free. It does not require any buying of that at all. You don't have to pay for that. And then there are some additional handouts and readings I'll provide for you along the way. This is the course description. You're going to be focusing on the structure and concepts of a multidisciplinary and social studies curriculum. The emphasis is given to the examination of a variety of methods and materials utilized in social studies instruction. And this course satisfies the ULB service learning requirement. These are the course objectives, which I hope you will see throughout the course. If there's one here that you don't see, please let me know. I will let you. I'm going to scroll down a little bit quicker here so that you don't have to read everything immediately now. You're welcome to download this and take a look at it. Here are the assignments. We're going to start off with a major assignment, which is the annual pacing schedule, which is due the third week. Now, the annual pacing schedule is a plan of what social is going to look for at your grade level. So you're going to find a grade level, and then you're going to build units, and you're going to build some activities, put some children's literature in this annual pacing schedule. I have some templates. I know people will say, well, maybe that's not exactly what we're doing. Well, you can modify that template and put in. If you find a textbook, you can pick a grade level and use a textbook as your guide. Usually teachers get together to do this. It was funny. I have a little story about this. I have a student who was just so upset that I required this person to do this assignment. She said, I have never seen any teacher do this. I don't know why you're making me do it. It will take you a while. Don't wait till Sunday night before it's due, or Saturday night before it's due, or Friday. Start looking at it now and start finding out it's due again week 3. But anyway, she said, I will do it. She said, but I am not happy about it. She went off to do her community learning service at a central office of a school district. And one of the first things she needed to do was put together her annual pacing schedules that teachers had made during the summertime. And she came back to me and so apologetic and said, I cannot believe that I even questioned you in regards to this, because I saw so many of them for so many different grade levels. So she was very happy that she had done this. You may not be happy as you go through it, but I think once you're done, you'll feel very proud that you're doing it. It is a major, major assignment that will take you a little bit of time. Know that. We're going to be looking at some children's literature. That's one of my passion that I have about teaching and using children's literature. And you're going to pick 2 books, one on the same topic that may look a little different. It may be a biography about Henry Ford or the Wright brothers or the Industrial Revolution, and you're going to use those as a comparison. Or you may be a novel like Bud Not Buddy, and a perspective on American history that book encompasses, and you'll be creating what looks like an organizational chart comparing the 2 books. Here's the information for that. You're going to go off and experience some culture other than your own culture. This may be, you may go down to a festival, you may go to a restaurant other than what your ethnicity is. And you're going to learn more about that, and you're going to actually write up your experience. You're going to cite some sources on that as well, and use that in this. Will be an experience through week 6, so be thinking about what you're going to go and experience out there physically. Again, if you're having some difficulty doing that, we could talk about it being a virtual experience, but you need to talk to me about that in regards to being a virtual experience. We're actually going to create several lesson plans. One of the lesson plans is an integrated lesson plan. You're going to take social studies and another subject area, and you're going to create a lesson plan using both of those objectives from both of those subject areas. You're going to create a unit plan. You're actually going to write an outline of a unit that you might use and develop and adapt in your classroom, and you're going to create an overall view of that unit, and then you're going to also write 3 specific sequential lesson plans. So you'll have one that's the beginning, one in the middle, and one toward the end. That's not due to week 10, but I'd be thinking about that as well. Here's the community service project that you're going to go out and experience. Again, it can be virtual, but you need to talk to me about that, because this syllabus was developed at the time of the pandemic, and I included that, but I know some people still may need to be virtual, and that's fine, but if you could do it physically, that would be great. And this explains that. The last major assignment is the technology investigation. In this assignment, you're going to look for some technology. Maybe it's an app, maybe it's websites that are going to help you teach social studies to your students, and you're going to share that, and you're going to actually use one of those in developing something for this assignment, whether it's a project or whether it's a lesson plan, whatever the case may be, but you're going to investigate some technology using social studies. Last but not least, you're going to showcase all those major assignments you've done this semester. You're going to create an e-portfolio. Maybe you already have your e-portfolio for another course. You can add a page for your history, culture, and society class. And in that, you're going to put all your major assignments. You're going to write a short reflection about that assignment. And then you're going to actually add another piece, a page or whatever part that has some resources that you might use as a social studies teacher. And then you will screencast a 2-minute screencast of your e-portfolio, and in that you may share that you are going to, what was the assignment that best represents you as a social studies teacher, which assignment was maybe the most challenging, which one are you the most proud of. Those are the questions you're going to respond to. You won't navigate through your e-portfolio. I can certainly do that when you provide the link, and then you'll provide this 2-minute screencast. Here are the assignments at a glance. These are grades. You're going to find your percentage, and that will convert to a letter grade. This is our university diversity statement. We believe in diversity. Here is our Title IX statement. If you feel that you've had an injustice, a social injustice, or discrimination, you can fill out this form. It's anonymous. If you need my help, you can talk to me, but you do not need to. It's up to you and how you feel about that. Here's some information about that. If you need an accommodation, help, you may come and talk to me about it. I will be glad to give it to you, but I would encourage you to go ahead and have it officially documented so that all of your professors need to use this. So if you have a professor who isn't interested in helping you in your accommodation, you will have that information, that backup that that person has to. But I will be very willing to do it, but I'm going to encourage you to fill that form out too as well. Here are some policies. Please don't plagiarize. Give everyone credit for whatever they do. You would want people to give credit for your work. Please do that. You can just do that by citing the source and not making it that you have created that work, that was actually something you took and used in your work, which is fine to do. It's perfectly fine to do. Your attendance, my attendance policy is that you finish the activities every single week. If for some reason you have a problem along the way and you couldn't get it done, please just let me know that you're working on it. You'll finish it very soon, and give me a date. Maybe I'll have everything turned on Monday or Tuesday when it's due Sunday night. But please let me know. If you don't let me know, I don't know what's going on. I'll reach out to you. I will ask about it. I want you to be successful in this course. So please, please, please keep me informed. I do not need to know your personal information, your personal details, but if you just let me know that something's wrong, I will be glad to help you out in whatever way I can. So that's my late work policy. If I don't hear from you, I do have to deduct points, or you won't get credit for that as well. That is the syllabus. I hope I haven't missed anything. If I have, please let me know. If I've made a mistake, I apologize. I tried to make sure I had proofed it, but I noticed in my other class that I missed a couple of things, so please let me know. I'm going to go back to the class. Here we are back here. Again, I want you to be successful in this course. Please let me know what I can do. I do ask that you reach out to colleagues first if you know anybody in the class, to ask them questions. If they don't know, you can use messages. Here is messages here. When I click on here, it will take you to being able to set up messages that you can send back and forth to students in the class, to your colleagues. But of course, if you can't get your questions answered, please, please, please ask me, and I will help you out. I think that's it. I'm going to say goodbye to you now for the moment, and I'll see you online.